if you look at time and you start going like, this is how many days I have on this planet on average, right? And you just mathematically break it down. It's like, why do something slow when you can do it fast? But more than that, like the nuggets that you're grabbing, these are things that, again, I'm just learning. I think I've done some of them naturally over time, and that's been great. But then as I understand them at a high level, when I speak to like very high level business people that do 100 million plus a year, things like that, and you start picking apart the consistencies and the patterns that you see from one to the next, to the next, to the next, and you start going, oh my gosh, those fundamentals that we're talking about seem sometimes so simplistic. Oh yeah, we need 3 leverage points. Oh yeah, we need more people suggesting us. Yeah, they sound very basic, but if they're so basic, why don't we all, including myself, do a better job at doing them on a daily basis? And I think it's just because I need to do a better job at shining a light on them for you guys, and I need to do a better job at staying on top of you guys each and every week, which is why I keep bringing this stuff up. The repetition of you hearing it from me will finally and at some point sink in, as it does with anything that you get repeated at you enough times, like wear a mask, then you start wearing it and comply, right? It's just magic, guys. Like if you study magic, you'll understand what I'm talking about, okay? But you have to understand that repetition in business, every week, hear it, every day, do it, every day, do it, every day, do it. Before long, about 20 days or so, as a pattern, right? It's like brushing your teeth. And once you got it, you got it. And you don't even think twice about it because it becomes natural, it becomes easy, it becomes something that is so, basic and fundamental, like when you play basketball, passing a ball. It's not hard, but man, when I train Jazzy's team and Jeremiah's team, it's like we spent the whole practice passing because that's where most of the ball was lost, right? It is like dribble, pass. I mean, shoot, good luck. But I mean, as long as I can dribble, pass, the fundamentals. But then you get older and you're like, people are passing around their back, and like, that's not an issue, right? Because the repetition of it became a habit. And I think more of us need to get some of these other habits. I met with Devin Hutcherson yesterday, and he's in the Vegas area. He actually just lives like 10 minutes from my house. So I went and picked him up, brought him back to here, and we started breaking down his business. And I'm like, look, you're close by, I'm gonna help you out, okay? I like his hustle. I like that he's on these calls each and every week. And, like after talking with him for just a little bit, and, he's been in since March and he's got a number of clients, alarm up. It became obvious to me that there was just some fundamental things that he was just missing. And it was just correcting some of those things and trying to come and show him, like, sometimes what we end up doing by default, me included, by the way, is we veer to our comfort zones. We veer to the thing that's going to be the most comfortable thing for the day for us to be putting our time and effort. I mean, Gabe and I we just talked about this last week a little bit. When me and Gabe were talking about a project we were working on. And for those of you guys that know me, I'm a little bit of a speed demon. And so I like things to go faster than sometimes they do. And that's my push. But it was interesting to watch Gabe move into action on these basic fundamental things that were probably just getting pushed by the wayside because they weren't the most fun to do, but they're very valuable to do. And in one day, I mean, gosh, you probably completed what some people do in 2 years when the pressure was put on us and him. And that's what I want to see more of, at least with the time that you guys have to put into your businesses, is are you redlining? If you look at time and you start going like, this is how many days I have on this planet on average, right? And you just mathematically break it down. It's like, why do something slow when you can do it fast? Like, seriously, I want you to think about that. Why do something slow when you can do it fast? It's a really good kind of like mantra to live by in business because money does love speed. And I'm telling you guys, momentum is a real thing. Momentum drives belief, right? It drives attitude. And belief and attitude are like 98% of the game. The other 2% is just putting them into action consistently, right?
Yeah, over time. Like what he
I'm
just
gonna
said,
grab some water.
literally write that down. Like, why do something slow if you could do it fast? That's got to be, it's got to be like the number one thing that I've learned from the guy who's sitting right here, from Dan, and probably a lot of you have as well too. If you haven't, again, like rewind, write it down. Why do something slow when you could do it faster?